And welcome back to Grim Dawn and the adventures of Argyle the Necromancer. Okay, so I have sold some stuff. I've also added some mediocre to bad components to my equipment here, which will keep us a little bit safer overall. Even if parts like this, which is, this is a level 5 rare pants, even if those will get replaced pretty soon, it's not a big loss if I lose a scavenged plating as well when I do that. Anyway, let's continue killing things, because of course a game like this is all about killing. Alrighty, lots of things here to kill. Good job, guys. Let's not step into the goo. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And I think once Argyle dies, I mean, it's pretty likely that he will die eventually, that I won't be using the items that I've gathered in the stash with other characters. However, I think I will be using the components, as late game crafting in this game requires a lot of components. Gets pretty tedious if I have to grind them all the time. Well, it remains to be seen whether I'm able to get to the late game with any hardcore character. I mean, I would imagine that we can do it, but it might take a while. Alrighty. Keep on killing the wildlife. My skeletons are taking a bunch of damage, and like I've said previously, we don't currently have any form of healing for them. So I guess what we might do is actually choose our second class pretty soon, on the next level up even, which is now. Alright, so I think I'm going with Shaman. Like I've said, the other option, the other good option, would be Occultist. Both of these classes come with summoning skills. You can do summoning kind of with other combinations as well, because they have some AoE buffs you can use, but it's not as effective. In this game you really want to specialize. Alright, so let's pick Shaman here. Commit to that. While we can respec, we cannot respec out of this, not without mods. At least I think that's the way it works. Alright, so there is healing available here, but not just yet, we need to actually get there. So Mogdrogen's Pact is a pretty nice ability. Has a lot of things going for it. Will take a bit of time for us to actually get there. Here is another shrine though. One more devotion point. And like I said last time, let's work towards this thing. We are not benefiting at all from some of these nodes. Plus 15% fire damage does absolutely nothing for us. Feels bad. It is what it is. And we might be specking out of that at some point. Alright, also did I miss the... Yeah, I think I did miss the quest object. Lutra the Abandoned. So let's go back here. I think Lutra is, yeah, over there. Alrighty, Lutra. Time to die. And there we are. Now let's go back. Go west, young man. Alrighty. So now that we took Shaman along with Necromancer, we are now a Ritualist. Also, yeah, we have one more attribute point. Keep forgetting about that. And also here is Elsa.
Watch your back. Trust no one.
That is sound advice. You don't smell like one of Cronley's gang. Are you another from Devil's Crossing then? Okay, well, if your name is Elsa, then a mutual friend is looking for you. I can only assume you mean Mornay. Idiot nearly got me killed out in old Arcovia. Bandits got us in the night, drawn to his damned fire. They tied me up and dragged me back towards their camp, probably to share me with the rest of the gang. Shame for them, they weren't very good at tying knots. I slit their throats while they slept and made off on my own. Well, why didn't you return to Mornay? Well, I thought he was dead, but knowing he's back in Devil's Crossing makes me even less inclined to return. He's not a bad man, but I can't stand to have him fawning all over me like a replacement for his dead wife. He believes there is some great romance between us and refuses to accept that I have no such feelings. You're right. Well, that explains that. Goodbye. Or more now. Anywho, let's continue. Alrighty. Light Fiend has nearly died. Let's resummon it. Dash out of harm's way. That's the way we do it. Okay, so here is a mine entrance. That is where we are headed. Another rift gate. This is a pretty short little dungeon. We'll just basically run through this. Though it does take a little bit of time to kill the inhabitants here. Right, am I going the right way? Don't remember. But probably. Deathbringer Raiment. No bonuses to minions, despite the name. The physics in this game are sometimes pretty amusing. Alright. Keep on killing. As you do. Nicely done, minions. Nicely done. Okay. Also, this is a nice little upgrade for us, but we can't wear it just yet. Guess I'll quickly check the other items that we got as well. Okay, there is something here. Is this better? Probably not actually, because yeah, we are not benefiting from Summon Hellhound. Okay. Anything else? It seems like no. Well, let's continue then. Here's Voldrak the Destroyer. Argyle is just spectating here. Resummon the Blight Fiend though, as well as the skeletons. There we are. That opens up the way, and we also get a blueprint for a relic. Nearly done with the Smuggler's Pass. There we are. Okay, next area. Currently my skeletons are pretty flimsy. Do need to resummon them quite often. There are 9 of them total, though. Okay, next rift gate. And we also have some people over here. And among them is Ulgrim.
Well, if it isn't my old friend from Devil's Crossing. I had a feeling you'd be making your way through here.
Ulgrim, what are you doing out here?
I haven't been entirely honest with you. I'm not a chef, not by profession anyway, although maybe that would have been a better path. As it is, I'm an assassin and former First Blade of the Argyle Emperor. It's a title I've not always been proud to bear, as my line of work has not always been virtuous. But I dealt with threats to the Empire. Now all of humanity is threatened by foes more deadly than anything we've faced before. It is, however, a time when I can put my talents to a more noble purpose. You haven't been entirely forthright with me either, Taken, but don't worry. I'm the keeper of many secrets.
What did you call me?
Taken? Well, formerly so, if we get down to semantics. The Ethereal left you just before you hanged to death. Am I not correct?
Okay, but how do you know all this?
My sources are quite good, if I say so myself. But you trusted me, and now I shall trust you.
Okay, well, why did you join me in Devil's Crossing, only to leave again?
My job was to scout the countryside, get bearings on enemy strongholds, and investigate weaknesses. Your mention of people surviving out in Devil's Crossing was intriguing, so I wanted to see it for myself. Having learned everything I could about the area, I felt it was time to return to my men in Homestead.
Okay, well, your man?
Can't say I like it any more than they do, but I am working alongside the Black Legion. They are all that remain of the Imperium's forces.
Alright, well, what is the first blade of the Emperor, then?
Look, I'm sure you have many questions, but now is not the time. We need to get these people to Homestead.
Well, okay then. So how can I help here?
I came upon these refugees on my way through Smuggler's Pass. They were trapped and would soon have become food or entertainment for the trolls. I had to do something. Now we're stuck out here, caught in the midst of a battle between the trolls and the ethereal forces. The tunnel to Homestead is blocked by aether fire, and the only option now is a passage through the mountain deeps. It is a foul place at the bottom of the world, infested with all manner of terrible things that hate the sun. There is no way these people would survive down there. In Devil's Crossing, I saw that you had the power to open rifts. I need you to fight your way to Homestead, secure a rift, and come back for us. So please, help these people. Below is an entrance to the deeps. From there, you'll exit onto the dusty road that will lead you into Homestead. Be swift. I'm not sure how much longer I can hold off the trolls before they come in force.
Alright. I will find a way to Homestead. And we have another quest here from Colin. Okay, I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but I couldn't help but overhear that you will be going through the mountain deeps. That's right. Okay, so he has lost his sister Dahlia there. Let's go look for Dahlia. Guess I could also... well, I don't usually talk to these people, but let's see what they have to say. My husband won't last out here much longer. We've been without food for days, and our water is nearly gone now too. Please, help us. I will try. How about you? Okay, that's a lot of text. Like many that set out with us, I was a soldier before we retired to farmlands granted us by the Empire. We knew how to fight, and we fared better against the zombies than other groups we've encountered. That is until the corrupted trolls appeared and drove us into the mountains, killing dozens of my brethren. Now this is all that remains, and only by the valor of Ulgrim, a man who fights like a devil. I don't know where he came from, but I don't think he is mortal. Even if he could hold off these monsters forever, we will soon succumb to the elements. I hope you can help him deliver us from this place of death. And last one. I survived 2 campaigns in the Northlands, only to be driven off my hard-won lands by half-troll scum. Now, in the time of the Empire's greatest need, I'm a used-up old man with one eye and limp. What a shame that I'm alive, while so many brave veterans fell to see the rest of us this far. All the more so that I've beheld this man Ulgrim, seemingly a peer in age, but who yet fights with a ferocity I could not match in my prime. His speed and skill is like nothing I've witnessed, even in all my years on the battlefield. I hope you can help these people, but if not, I thank you for trying. Maybe it's best that my journey ends here. I'm just a burden now to those who are still fit to carry on the fight. Alright, how cheerful. Let's continue. Well, the game is called Grim Dawn, not Happy Dawn. Alright, the mountain deeps. This is a pretty short area as well. These enemies here will poison us unless we're careful. So we just want to run through this place, but while we do that, we are looking for Dahlia. How is my poison resistance? 57%. Well, that's okay. Let's still try to avoid stepping into any goo. Alrighty, need to resummon. Hide behind a wall. The general's place is not in the midst of battle. And here is the corpse of Dahlia. Alright, well, Now that we found her, we can just run through this area. Pretty much. Though I guess we'll kill the enemies along the way. For the most part, at least. Okay. Also, there might be a shrine here. I don't remember. I think there actually is. Yeah, maybe I should get that. I should probably get that. And the shrine should be in the southwest, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, there it is in the minimap. Another level. Let's take more physique and let's also resummon before we distribute the skill points. Okay, now we can take Mogdroken's Pact. Currently it doesn't do all that much, but it will of course get better. It does come with a couple of modifiers as well. Also, can I get through here? Seems I can, okay. Not sure if Turtle Shell has actually activated even once. Well, I guess that's good, since we are on hardcore mode. Okay, so here is the shrine. It is a desecrated one. Guess I'll kill these enemies before I activate it, though I don't think it makes much of a difference. Let's wait for that to dissipate at least. Come on, go away. Okay, let's activate this. Spooders. Well, that was easy. Okay. Anticlimactic AF. The next node for our constellation actually does benefit us, unlike the previous one. Okay. And now we can get out of here. There's the exit. Alright. Next area. And another rift gate. I'll resummon the skellies because some of them have taken quite a bit of damage. There is a pretty large, completely optional area nearby here. We will, I guess, go there at some point, because there are some shrines there, and also some pretty easy XP to get. But I don't think we'll head there just yet. Here is some permanent green goo. There are areas in the game where you kind of need to step on that. So if we step here, we will take periodic damage, and it doesn't matter how much health you have, because it's a percentage. So you do need to be careful. Okay, we see the next rift gate. We can't activate it straight away as there will be enemies guarding it. But here we are. Overrun by ethereals. And resummon. There we are. And lots of loot again. There's the rift gate, and here we are at Homestead. This is the same guy from earlier. Okay, but here is Douglas Sullivan.
Are trying times, but we will persevere.
Welcome to Homestead, traveler. What brings you to our sanctuary? Well, I come from Devil's Crossing and we need food. Okay, but they have a problem. What is the problem? After the Grim Dawn, many of our neighbors were forced to abandon their homes and flee here. Together we built Homestead up into a sanctuary, but it came at a loss of countless other farmsteads. When the Black Legion arrived, we were able to recover a few fields, but not nearly enough to feed everyone. So some of the fields have been overrun by Dermapterans. Okay, I will clear out the infestation. Here's also Isaiah Redan, who we saved earlier. Seems our roads cross again. Glad to see you've survived the wilderness. I appreciate you letting me tell my side of the story back in the Argovian foothills. Most people wouldn't bother getting all the details straight. Alright. Say, I've gathered up quite a few interesting things while traveling out there. Don't suppose you'd be interested in buying something? Only the best deals for a friend. So he is a merchant and we gain a bit of XP. I don't think I'm interested in buying anything, but we are interested in selling things. Could buy some components. They are pretty expensive though, so let's not. So let's sell everything here that we are not going to be using. Let's see. Will I be using this? No, I don't think. Mostly just checking if these items have bonuses to pets. This one has a lot of stuff, but no bonuses to pets. And mostly offensive things as well, so I think I'll just get rid of it. This thing, no, nothing. Still can't use that, need 3 more levels. How about this thing though? This does have some relevant bonuses, but no bonuses to pets directly. So I guess I'll just sell it. Oh, that one actually did have something. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, that's the item I checked earlier. It's kinda... well, it's not good enough to use. How about this medal? No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Not good enough. We have standards. If we get a good one of these flesh-warped bulwarks, then obviously we will be using that. Something with pet bonuses, ideally. So yeah, we have these this. Okay, this is actually an upgrade for us. So let's use that. But what I was... Oh, not sell it. Use it. What I was going to say is that, like I said earlier, I think I'll just get rid of these blue items that don't actually have relevance to Argyle. So let's just sell them. I'll sell the ones in the stash at some point. If we end up making a new character at some point, which is pretty likely, then we'll just get the equipment self-found. Apart from the components. Okay, here's some lore notes. Let's not read them though. Alright, so there are a lot of quests here, but we can't currently get them until we've dealt with their problems. So can I leave yet? No, I need to... Do I need to talk with someone? Don't remember. Oh yeah, I need to return to Olgrim, I guess. So let's do that. Deadman's Gulch. Alright, and also, yeah, we found Dahlia. Yes, she was in the mountain deeps. Sorry for your loss.
So how doomed are we?
I've secured the way via Riftgate.
Good work. I can't say I enjoyed my first travel by Rift, but it's certainly better than the alternative.
Okay, see you at Homestead. Alrighty, so now let's talk with Ulgrim here, and I think that should open up the way to proceed. Unless I still...
Make it, but you pulled through. Those people owe you their lives.
Unless I still need to talk with this guy, Inquisitor Creed. I did what was right.
I wish that was the end of our troubles, but there is a mounting threat on the horizon that threatens to wipe us all out.
Well, what do we do now?
I'm going to check in with Creed here, but I suggest you speak to Captain Sommer. She's the Black Legion officer in charge of this sorry bunch. Look for the grumpy middle-aged hag in Black Legion armor. She will fill you in on the situation.
Okay, so we don't yet get to speak with Creed. But now we do get this, well, at least some of these quests here. Okay, here's the Weapons Master. Wants us to recover some cannons. Okay. He is skeptical, but we can do it. And here's Captain Sommer.
I'll skip the pleasantries. Olgrim tells me you're one tough slip, and right now that's what I need most. Will you fight for the Black Legion?
Well, what is the Black Legion?
You're joking, right? We are the Imperium's most infamous, if not elite, legion. Conscripted from criminals and political outcasts and tempered in the front lines of the Empire's most brutal wars. The only regiment of the Emperor's legions that has survived the massacre in the capital, if you could consider the losses we suffered surviving. I'd love to tell you our history, but I really have more important matters to attend to, such as the mission I need you for. The question really is, are you up to it?
Well, I guess so.
The Legion is split on two fronts. To the north, we have the Cult of Cthulhu. Nasty bastards keen on turning all of us into a puddle of blood for their rituals. I have my best men out there right now scouting ahead. The cultists are amassing in great numbers, and I'd like to know why. There is a more pressing issue, however, and this is where you come in. Olgrim says that you are experienced with fighting the Ethereals. That's good. You'll need all your skills for this one. Far to the west, beyond the infested farms and the rotting croplands, there is an area teeming with ethereals that we have started calling the Gruesome Harvest. It is a fitting title as the ethereals have been gathering corpses, animal and human alike, in order to conduct their sick resurrection techniques upon them. The barn there has been giving off a blinding aether light non-stop for the last few days and nights. That is, until today. Whatever they are working on, it must be nearly finished. And knowing the ethereals, it's something monstrous. We can't risk the ethereals discovering that we know about their creation. I need someone to sneak in there and destroy this abomination before it even has a chance to wreak havoc upon my people. We'll only get one shot at this, so I want someone who has experience dealing with ethereal horrors to handle this mission. Will you be my champion?
Well, if there's one thing Argyle and his minions are good at, it's sneaking. So, yeah, sure. I will accept, and now we should be able to leave. There we go. Gates are open. So first up, actually, I don't think I've ever spoken with these guys, so I guess I'll see what they have to say. This is poor soil, not like at the Elmsford estate. That was some good dirt. How insightful. Blasted their Mapterans. An entire year's worth of food is gonna go to waste out there. Why hasn't the Black Legion cleared them out? Hell if I know. Summer's only concerned with her war against the ethereals. Then there's that blasted cult. I'm no soldier, so I suppose I'll just keep my mouth shut and work the fields we do have. I see. How about you?
Thank you for bringing us here. I admit, I was resolved to die in that ditch when you found us. But I found a new purpose here in the fields. These old hands may shake when they hold a sword, but I can still use a rake just fine.
Okay. So yeah, we can't actually get through there. We need to head west instead. So let's start destroying eggs. Like that thing. Need to actually direct the minions to do it. Currently, since I have only move bound for left click, can't attack these myself. Also, let's resummon the skellies again. Do need to keep an eye on their number. Okay, level 30. Alrighty, so let's keep on boosting the shaman stuff, I suppose. We will be getting the Briarthorn, which is the big shaman summon. Though it will take quite a long while, I guess, for it to actually be good. Like I said earlier, it's better to specialize in this game, so that might not be a good plan. However, I will continue increasing the mastery of the shaman. That does help with survivability a little bit, though, as it grants us more health, etc. Also, yes, I will assign that attribute point to Spirit this time, mainly for item requirements. Alrighty, so how many have we dealt with? Did we already deal with enough of those? So yes, we need to return to Minova outside the Arkovian Undercity entrance, as well as we've dealt with Lutra. Let's wait until we get the next Rift Gate. Yeah, we've dealt with enough of those eggs. But let's continue. We don't actually need to get the next quest from the guy. He will have more things for us to do. But we can just do it and then return to him. There will also be yet another shrine here. Also, I guess let's do this. Don't remember this little side area actually. Not sure if it's been added at some point. It's also definitely possible it's always been here and I just never noticed or forgot about it. Anyway, let's see what we have. Okay, some mini bosses here. These enemy types are really easy though. Especially on this difficulty level. Alright, what else do we have? More of the same, okay. Oh, people. Elara's journal. I guess I'll read that, at least if it's not too long. Had the nightmare again. I am in an old tomb. Barely a candle to light the way. Off in the corner I see a pair of red glowing eyes. They come closer. Closer. Then just before I can make out what is through the shadows, the creature is gone. I try to run, but every way I go ends in rubble and stone. There is no escape. I turn around to see the eyes once more, staring back at me. I hear laughter, a child's laughter. Then everything is fire. I try to scream, but nothing comes out. The eyes just stare ahead as I writhe in the flames. That is when I awaken, drenched in sweat. It has been like this for 5 nights in a row. The nightmares are becoming more frequent, and I am not sure how much more of this I can stand. It may not be wise, but perhaps it is time we moved on from this wretched place. Alright, so just some flavor. Hello, traveler. Oh, here is Elara. Well, I read your journal. We don't get many visitors out here, not with the Dermapterans running wild. How do you survive? We try to stay out of sight. If anything dangerous gets too close, we put out the campfires and hide. We plan to leave this place soon, though. And you should, too. Okay, how about you? How goes the journey, traveler? It's a dangerous world. Sadly that it is. Normally we would have moved on by now, but it's not safe to travel anymore. At least the land provides for our needs. Okay. These are dangerous times, traveler. The roads are not as safe as they used to be. Normally I'd welcome you to sit by our fire, but you'd be better off leaving this place. Well, is there anything you can tell me about the area? If you're heading north, I'd be careful in the farmlands. They are overrun with Dermapterans. They get more concentrated closer to their nest, where their queen resides. If you find a large hole in the ground, I'd steer clear. And lastly, we have Caldara. Peace be in your travels, stranger. Okay, well, nothing exciting here then. What about in this direction? Well, there's the rift gate. Can't actually get to it from there. Let's go around. Alrighty. And I think the shrine is a little ways to the east. At least I think that is the case. Let's avoid the goo if we can. It seems we can't if we want to run through. Okay, now let's step in there. Alright, there's the shrine in the minimap. Let's head to it. Okay. Another devotion point as well as another blueprint. Alrighty. Plus 8% chaos resistance. Doesn't sound that good, but it's actually decent. You really want to maximize your resistances in this game, especially if you're going in melee. Luckily for us, we are trying to avoid that. It's definitely not as important in the first difficulty level, but when you get to ultimate difficulty, that resistance does become far more important.
That skill's not ready.
Crucial for your survival. And ideally you actually want to overcap it, because some enemies will lower your resistances. So currently we have elemental resistances and poison / acid resistance maximized here. There are of course other defensive stats as well in the game, like defensive ability, which governs your chance to be hit as well as your chance to be critted against. There's also armor, and there's also armor absorption. Let's just say the higher the better. And of course there's health. Also, this list here doesn't have everything. You also have these things here. So you have dodge, you have block, deflect is a thing. Bunch of other resistances. Let's see. There's also physical resistance. This wasn't there. No, it's here. Okay. Physical resistance is currently 0% for us. So mainly this is going so well because of the difficulty level, but also because we are not actually getting in melee at all. Just letting the minions handle everything. Doing hardcore with another build will be significantly more difficult. Depends a lot on your build and your equipment though. Anyway, let's continue killing these enemies here.
I can't do that yet.
Insects and ethereals. Okay, so the game is starting to throw this environmental damage our way. Like I said, there are areas where you kind of just need to suck it up. Just run through it. Which can be terrifying if you don't know exactly where you're going, how long it will take to pass through that. But since I've played this game quite a bit, I will, for the most part, remember. But yeah, there are areas where there's enough environmental damage that you will want to drink a health potion. And there might also be enemies around, in which case try to avoid them or step into a patch of land where that environmental damage is not going to hurt you, if possible. Anyway, so we are looking for the Dermapteran nest here. I think it's a bit random exactly where it appears. Let's run through the goo here.
I can't do that yet.
Drink a potion while we do that. I don't know why I even bother picking up something like a duelist saber, even if it is an epic item, because I'm just going to sell it. Can't resist the shiny things, I suppose. Okay, so it should be... the nest entrance should be around here somewhere.
I can't do that yet.
Not afraid of these enemies, so I can pretty much run around without care. But yeah, like I said, let's try to avoid all the stuff on the ground if we can. Guess I'll do this here. Like I've been saying, this is a nice addition to the game.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, only 3 skeletons left here. Let's resummon. There we are. Lots of things to pick up. A pretty ludicrous amount. Righty, and we got another blueprint. Alright, so where is that nest entrance? Ouch, that actually hurt. Yeah, kinda sucks that we only have 16% ether resistance. That might get us killed at some point. So where the hell is that entrance to the nest? Is it here, perhaps? Still don't see it. I guess it's even possible that I've just missed it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it does not show up on the minimap. Level 31. Alright. 1 point of physique, and let's also keep working on the shaman. Guess I'll get the summon Briar Throne. We do have +2 skill points to it from our equipment, it seems. So let's see. 7,000 health, while the Blight Fiend has 11,500. But it's a little bit of help, so let's get it. But yeah, it will die pretty easily. So here we are in the hive. Yet another area which does owe a lot to Diablo 2. The Act 2 maggot lair. Not that I mind. Also, yeah, playing the maggot lair, or getting through that maggot lair with a summoner character in Diablo 2 was a bit painful, thanks to the corridors. There are a couple of side areas here. I don't remember exactly what they have, but let's do them, I guess. They should be pretty quick to do. Alright, resummon. There is a nice little reference inside this place. I will mention it when we find it. It isn't here, so it's in the next one, I think. The next little side area. So let's head back up. Alright, that's a quest item. Also, we should be filling up the inventory, yeah. Might need to do a town run pretty soon. Keep on resummoning. At least Argyle has something to do. Other than running around and picking up loot. Grand Vizier Inixil. I guess we just decided that that is that thing's name. Pretty hard to imagine these insects giving each other names. But who knows? Anyway, here's another little side area. Also, yeah, minions are dying.
Skills not ready.
There we are. Back to 100%. Alright, so there is a little secret here. Loose earth. And behind it there is another cave entrance which does not show up on the map. So let's head inside. There is a shrine here. And this is also, it seems, a dangerous domain. Alright. Desecrated shrine. Let's activate it. And let's be careful as well. And resummon and resummon. But yeah, there we go. Okay. So one more devotion point. So now we are 1 point away from Flame Torrent.
I can't carry inventory is full.
Also the inventory is full. Okay, sure. Let's see if auto sorting does something here. Guess I'll just leave these here. Though, are these better? Arguably maybe, but I'll just leave it. It's fine. Anyway, so the reference that I was talking about is here. Golus, the Deep Dweller. That is, of course, a reference to Lord of the Rings and Gollum.
I can't do that yet.
So let's resummon again. Come on, die. And of course, being a reference to Gollum, he drops a ring. He really liked that ring. So there you go. That is the reference. There is also a supreme chest here. guess at this point I will do the selling. Alright, so let's head back to Homestead. Guess I'll also speak with Douglas already since we are here. Any progress? Yes, I've cleared the fields, and he wants more. What is it? Dermapteran hives are cyclical in nature. Every 7 years or so they birth a new queen. Blah 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 blah. She has to be destroyed! Yeah, okay, I will slay their queen.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay, so let's sell things here. And like I said, I will sell all the blue items I'm not using. So once we start getting legendary items, it will be a bit painful to just sell them. I might still change my mind about that, but we shall see. Definitely one of the fun things about games like this is getting loot for other builds and then making that build. But it does a little bit defeat some of the fun for hardcore otherwise. But yeah, I don't know. Might be that I decide that I can keep legendary items. Anyway, do I care about this ring? I don't think so. I'll just sell it. Oh, this might actually be an upgrade. Let's see. Dead Beater. Well, that's better than a Wife Beater, I guess. So is this better? +2 to raise skeletons, but we do lose out a little bit there. I don't know. I think this is slightly worse than what we have. In any case, it's going to be not all that impactful, even if that were better, because it's going to get replaced. Alright, still some things to sell. Yeah, these things we are going to use. So we need level 32. That's 1 level away, so very soon we'll actually be able to use it. How about this? I don't know. Seems kind of meh. So I will sell it. Alright. Now let's head back. And now that we have the room, I guess I'll pick up this crap as well. And let's go through here, I suppose. Also resummon. Okay, and head back up. We have a queen to slay. Okay, that's the level up. Now we can wear these Rifthound leather boots. Let's go ahead and equip them. Put a point into physique and also, let's see. Let's keep on increasing the mastery bar for shaman. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, we can get through that. And down here we will meet the queen. There she is. Isn't she lovely? Spitting poison. Okay. Resummon. Nice thing that we have that 80% poison resistance here.
Skill's not ready.
This is, I guess, another reference, actually. If you take a close look at the Swarm Queen, what happens now? That's a reference, I think, to the movie Aliens. Alright, time to die. Rest in pieces. Okay. So that is that done. There is a chest here. There should be more stuff as well, yeah. There is always more stuff in a game like this, of course. Alright, let's head out of here. Was it through here or was it through... yeah, from here. Shortcut to Hive entrance, okay. So that is that done. Let's head back to town. Oh yeah, also yes, now that I remember, let's return to Minova. That is here, I believe. Come on. There we are. Okay, so here's Minova. Minova the ghost. I can no longer sense my daughter's anguished presence. Is it finished? Yes, yes it is. Thank you. And we gain 1 attribute point. Which is good, but honestly not that exciting. Skill points are far better. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I will do the buying and selling and stuff like that on my own time. I guess I might also add some components to the new things we are wearing. Anyway, thanks for watching and I shall see you next time.